I ain't never met a free person. I don't get along with these earthlings. I'm trying to seek purpose, fight for something I believe's worth it. For the curse, I'ma reverse it. I don't dream cause I sleep nervous. Yet I keep flirting, face death like a Steve Irwin. Hold heat, I'm a drink thermos. Tell the bartender keep serving. I'm trying to be perfect, use the dirty shit to clean dirt with. Only happy when the weed burning. Traded oxygen to breathe herpes. Till I see curtains, lungs fail and they cease working. There is something that I need urgent, suffocating, trying to squeeze words in. What would I do with my last breath? Would I yell? Would I cry? Would I laugh? Cause I'm glad that I'm past that mess. Till I pass, never felt that blessed. Even bad breath when you living is better than good breath. When you lack flesh, got a glass chest that I cracked and my lost breath hasn't made it back yet. I'm on my last breath, walking the last step. I'm on the last test, final answer in my last guess. Wonder what I gotta pass next. I'm on my last quest, so much harder than my last track. Map blessed, hope I can outlast death. Grim Reaper got my address, down to my last cent. Cash spent from a check I don't even have yet from my last rent. Swear this shit has got me mad stressed. I inherited my dad's debt, never got to hear his last breath. And the only reason I ain't passed yet, I'm the first ever and the last left. I let the record show, I let the tech explode. Put up the weapon show, pull up the Texaco. Knuckles in Mexico, call up the technical. They know the text a blow. Shot that I'm Plexico. Turn you to vegetable. Body electrical. Acid and alkaline. Body so flexible. The shooter's piece like a Uber Eats. Got a group of these these Cooper bees. While letting the Uzi Aruga speak. And the American got up in Cuba eats. The powers they seek and powers the weak. They follow and creeps. Powers they be. Inherit the world from cowards and sheep. Bit to the mountaintop towers and peaks. Flowers and sweets and showered our feet. The licking and tender to shower the sleep. Shower the D's. This not a verse, this our receipts. What would I do in my last breath? Would I yell? Would I cry? Would I laugh? Cause I'm glad that I'm past that mess. Till I pass, never felt that blessed. Even bad breath when you living is better than good breath. When you lack flesh, got a glass chest that I cracked and my lost breath hasn't made it back yet. I'm on my last breath, walking the last step. I'm on the test. No answer in my last guess. Wonder what I gotta pass next. I'm on my last quest, so much harder than my last track. Map blessed, hope I can outlast death. Grim Reaper got my address, down to my last cent. Cash spent from a check I don't even have yet from my last rent. Swear this shit has got me mad stressed. I inherited my death, living is better than good breath when you lack flesh.
Hulu. Hulu. Gotta pull that up because we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. We're only gonna be here for about an hour, right? Because Blue Pill has a show with Brother Rich that I want everybody to go to. He's gonna be doing a very deep presentation called Black is King. So I want the family to follow me over there at 11 p.m. That's in an hour, right? So we're going to chop it up. We don't even have time to do the roll call. I know that everybody's in the building. Peace, love, and light. Greetings to the whole planet. Namaste to the rest of the world. Hotep to the galaxy. Salam alaikum to the universe. That's right. Just coming back from a trip with Blue Pill, I'm prioritizing his message and saying that whatever the download that he has to share, take it from me. And I know that I'm biased because that's my twin brother. Just receive, be ready to receive. Get your pen and your pad, or just bring your body to wherever he's gonna be at and listen to what that brother has to say, because I'm telling you, I've seen some things over the past 2 weeks in regards to, the way that the universe was just working and opening up doors, the awakenings that certain people were having, just all of the mystical, magical, wonderful corona rising, Ascension Protocol, Black Messiah, Black Planet-ish, Rise of the Moorish Kingdom-ish. You know, there's so many things going on at once. The Jubilee-ish. You know, there's so many things taking place. The Law of 44-ish. I've seen so many things, that paradigm shifter-ish. I'm telling you, when I went on this little journey, starting with North Sanford, right? Sanford. Remember, they killed Trayvon Martin in Sanford, Florida. This was Sanford, North Carolina that I went to. But this Sanford, North Carolina is in Lee County, right? Lee County, named after Robert E. Lee, who is at the centerpiece. If you want to talk about energy right now, Robert E. Lee would be considered the centerpiece of whatever conflict that melanated people claim to have in America, especially in the South. Well, Robert E. Lee, that energy and whatever he represents, whatever his egregore or whatever that spirit is, or whatever that quote unquote energy signature represents, I was right there in the heart of it. And not only was I in the heart of it, because everybody gets the opportunity to go to hostile areas, or they get the opportunity to go any city that they want to, any state. No, I went to Sanford and I went to Lee County, and unbeknownst to me, you know, I was told that the people were kind of like making a fuss about me coming there, but I didn't know that it was on a level to where I was in the newspaper and there was all kind of, you know, hoopla surrounding my arrival. You dig? They were making it a big deal. So in Lee County, in the middle of all of this energy, and I'm seeing statues topple all around the world, right? And I'm like, well, God damn it, what's taking this so long? What's up? You know, when we're gonna topple the statue, you know? But you know, I don't encourage any kind of toppling, of course, unlawfully, because these things are happening by way of the societies are bringing them down, like the Daughters of the American Revolution. If anybody knows about them, you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't know about DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution, please, by any means and all means, so you could strengthen and sharpen your sword. Because a lot of people are out there, you know, on the front line with butter knives and marching and protesting, and you don't got no sword. I should have came to Greensboro, North Carolina. All right, boom. This is how these things work. I should be where, right? I should be a lot of places. But the way that, you know, certain things work out, these things involve the parties that are usually called the promoters, right? The talent, there's usually the lecturer or the scholar or the teacher or whoever's coming to present their information. And then we have to build a relationship, right? And the relationship has to come with honorarium. The relationship has to come with contracts. The relationship has to come with a lot of things, because, you know, this is how these bridges are built, because we're not just coming to your city just to take pictures and sell clothes. We want to come to your city to work. And if you bring us to your city, we want you to already be a worker. We want you to be known in your city for working. We don't want you to bring us to your city and try to come up off of us, off of our name, off of our stat, you know, off of our network. You feel me? Because that's what's taking place. And I'm not saying you per se, I'm just speaking in general, that you'll have janky promoters and they'll try to steal your audience, or they'll try to steal your ticket holders or your ticket buyers, or they'll try to steal your email list, or they'll try to steal your network. This is, I'm watching this shit get done all up and down the borders and across the motherfucking pond. So you got to be very mindful. You want a show? Go look at the fireworks. Yeah. Blue was in Greensboro a month ago. That's right. Look, we was in Greensboro in 1993, my friend. We was in Greensboro where we, you know, Coach Kyer. Anybody out there know Coach Kyer? I believe he changed his name. Shout out to Coach Kyer. Coach Kyer, the first time we met the coach, right, was in 93. I might even have the picture on my computer. I'll show you in a minute. We met up with Coach Kyer. He wasn't Coach Kyer back then, and we wasn't Red and Blue Pill back then. And something interesting that you bring up Greensboro, I got a brother by the name of Rain, right? Brother by the name, shout out to Rain. If anybody watches the URL, if anybody familiar with Smack, if anybody follows DNA, you know who Rain is, right? You know who Rain is. So Rain is from Greensboro, but Rain came to the lecture to hold me down in Sanford. He was part of the security detail. You dig? He was part of the security detail. So, and he was showing moral support. You dig? Shout out to the king. He brought his queen with him and everything. We ate good. We broke bread afterwards. You know, just the way that we always been doing. That's always the Brooklyn way. Regardless if we doing lectures or if we doing meows or if we doing missions, it's still break bread the Brooklyn way. It's still, the foundation is still, we're gonna break bread. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna get some bread together. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna support each other. That was my, you know what I mean? Like, that's been in my DNA before a nigga said Hotep. Let's be clear. I didn't have to read a book, or I didn't have to, I don't know. I didn't have to go to a lecture to figure that one out. You feel me? Amir El Bay, respect. What's goody, bro? He was 18 in 93. Yeah, I was young in 92. Yeah. We was travel by 18. Me and Blue was already traveling. We were navigating. We always wanted to navigate, right? My mother, she is a traveler. I know in her past lives, she's been, she's a world citizen. She's been going globally traveling for as long as I've known her. So that was in our blood. And we just started getting up and going. You know what I mean? The first town, I think, was Jersey. And it was DC. Then we just started moving and moving. And we've been moving ever since. Navigating. If you guard, you got to move around. Yeah, I'm on my show right now. Can you send the code? I'm on my show right now. Can you send the code to get into the password to get in the computer? Yeah. You said you was gonna do that. Okay. I'm doing my show now though. It's not gonna be possible. I'm live. But I was getting in contact with you. You did not respond. Okay. All right. So I'm on my live, my brother. Okay. Just let you know that. Yeah, definitely. Because I'm coming early because I gotta make that move with the cutter. But send that code, please. All right. Man, oh man. So we've been navigating for a very long time. And you got to be able to move around and see the world that you're reading about. You got to be able to see the world that you're teaching about. You got to be able to see the world that people who live around you are from. Like, if I live around a bunch of Arab people, I want to go to see where the hell they come from. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to study the Arab culture. So we were brought up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Flatbush, Brooklyn is a hodgepodge of every single island that you can think of, right? But when you think about it, right, people don't realize that some of these neighborhoods are micros to macros. Because when you study, an article just came out. I'm going to show you on the Instagram. It just came out, and it said that they found an underwater pyramid, it was an underwater city, not just a pyramid. It's an underwater city, right? Right underneath Cuba. And they were like, yo, the scientists and the archaeologists are saying that's Atlantis, right? Right out in Florida, right out in the water, right where Cuba is. They're saying that that's Atlantis. So if that's Atlantis, then what the fuck? Then Jamaica, Puerto Rico, all of the islands is Atlantis, right? So if the islands, which are paradise, right? They look like paradise already before you know who got over there and began to destroy things. Prior to that, you could really utilize your mind and your vision and just sit back and really conceptualize what life looked like, what life was like, what the women looked like, what the food tasted like, what the trees was looking like, how much what the flora and the fauna, all of these things in paradise, which what people call the islands and whatnot. All of that is Atlantis. So if that's Atlantis, then if I live in Flatbush, Brooklyn, where all of those island people are all in one place, nigga, that's Atlantis. The same way that Atlanta has an Atlantis energy, because it's a collection of people from different places, and they work cohesively in that one place, right? They work cohesively in Atlanta, all come together, all that energy from the East Coast, from the West Coast, from up north, from down south. It converges on a ley line right there where the North Hill Mountains have gold in it, right? Those were gold in those mountains in Georgia. The clay is red, right? It's red clay. It's red clay. Stone Mountain is really a quartz, low key, right? It's not even a mountain. It's a humongous quartz. It's the most quarried quartz in the world. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. I could be freestyling. It's the most quarried stone, or the most quarried quartz in the world. They get a lot of, thank you whoever hit my Cash App. You just reminded me to put the ticker to work. You know what I'm talking about? Put the ticker to work. Matter of fact, some of y'all got bad eyes. Let's work on that. Put it right there. So Stone Mountain is really a quartz. When you stand on the apex of Stone Mountain and you look in a 360-degree angle, you see multiple mountains surrounding Stone Mountain. And you also see this city that they call Atlanta looks like a complete forest from on top of Stone Mountain. You see it for what it is. It's all greenery. It's all greenery. It is all forest. And in the forest is where the magic happens. Historically, traditionally, black magic matters. Like we've been saying. And like my brother Panic even reiterated in his lecture, that black magic matters. Because it does. And in places where there's a lot of trees, in places where there's a lot of forests, in places where there's a lot of jungles, in places where there's a lot of rainforests, where there's a lot of foliage, and there's a lot of photosynthesis, and there's a lot of green, there's a lot of oxygen, and all of these things, those are the most magical places. Case in point, the Congo, case in point, Cuba, case in point, Jamaica, case in point, Haiti, case in point, Florida. Did I make this up? Case in point, Puerto Rico. These are magical centers. Case in point, Nigeria, right? These are places that the magic, even though you might be Christianized, you might be religiousized, or you might be mad biased and whatnot because of wherever you are in your restriction or wherever you are in your levels of consciousness. Nigga, it's levels. It's floors to this shit. This shit is like the windows to the world. You understand? It's like it's levels, and I'm talking about it's levels. It's multiple tiers to this shit. You know what I'm talking about? This is not a fucking step up. This is not a step up property. This is a fucking New York City. This is NYCHA, my nigga. This is the projects. This is 30 some odd floors with the elevator broken, and you just went food shopping at fucking at Costco's for you and your 8 children. You live with Octomom. You got it. Yeah, that's how many levels this shit is. Yeah, we're not monolithic. Let's get that clear. We're not one way. We're not one routed. What happens is, I lived on an island. I was a youth. You can't hold anything against me. For when I lived in St. Croix, I was a fucking jit, my nigga. I was like 8 maybe or 7. I'm still trying to remember, but I was mad young, and even at that age, I was able to witness and pick up and decipher things that were going on that were supernatural, not just what Sabi was doing. Remember, Dr. Sabi was allowed to be Dr. Sabi in that space because that space in it of itself was it was magical. I'm talking about the island of St. Croix. Astaghfirullah, and I'm sorry, I feel sorry for any of you people who try to downplay anywhere that's not where the fuck you're from. Like you set tripping for the fucking plot of land, fucking dirt that niggas are allowed to fucking sleep on, you know, the little fucking curb that niggas be dying for and trying to claim and whatnot. You don't even own that shit. You don't even have fucking dibs on the dirt. And niggas try to talk down on where somebody else is from, where they own estates. They own mountains on mountains. They own the ocean and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? They got villages and all kind of stuff. They got real land. And the land got diamonds. It got uncut gems in it. It got all of the drip that you could fucking drown in, all in the land. Coltan, Michael Boltan. It got all of that shit. You know, niggas need to be careful about who they talk to. And some people come from sacred ground, sacred land, and their land hasn't been desecrated like the majority of the land in America has. And people don't have nothing to say about that. They just go about their business. And the people who desecrate it is right there in your face. And they don't got nothing to say. And the land is being desecrated right in these niggas' faces. So Atlantis could be under Antarctic ice. Family, I just shared with you, right? You know, I would encourage you before you repeat that and say that anywhere else. I would encourage you to debate your left side of your brain, right? Have a Google debate. Debate the shit that you just said with debate this. Atlantis could be under Antarctic ice. Debate that with the news that just came out this week. Okay? Let's go to Google. Let's go to our friend. Where it said Cuba underwater answers. Right there, June 4th. Thank you, ancestors. Look how they talking to us. Corona rising, right? Hold on, what's that? Block. Yeah, look. Pyramids discovered, right? Pyramids discovered. For everybody that's going to fucking Rome, you niggas are going to the Louis, you're going to Europe and they're spitting on you and they're spitting on your food. They're cursing you out in their language. They're calling you a Morisco. They're putting spells on you. You know, you go to places like Italy and they're selling black women in the street and you walk by black prostitutes and you don't say nothing. You go to Latin America and they're selling children. You go to Haiti and they're selling little children. You go on the beaches in the islands and you see pedophilia right in front of you. And you see women that look like Shrek with black men. You know what I'm talking about? You know, niggas is out here gay for pay. All of these things. All of these things. All of this fugaziness. But people don't want to go to Cuba. They don't want to go to Cuba. They don't want to go to Haiti. They don't want to go to these sacred places that the land is sacred, the magnetic charge, the energy, the magic in these places will charge your melanin, your DNA. It will wake up the dormant God gene within. It will activate it. Don't go there and pop some damn shrooms. You know what I'm talking about? Don't go there and take about 5 to 10 grams of some psilocybin. Don't go there and tap into that toad medicine. Don't go there and do some of that ayahuasca treatment where you're dealing with core issues and you're tapping in to your abdominal brain, because you have a brain inside of your stomach, your abdominal brain. Once again, look it up. I might be out here on some pseudo shit. Go and look it up and run with the cloth like you always do. And then come back and try to teach me the shit. Go and do it. But yeah, pyramids discovered underwater off the coast of Cuba. Hey, it might be Atlantis. So if there's a whole goddamn Kemetic civilization, the same thing that Horace Butler said, and when the rocks cry out, you could go to Google and put Know the Ledge Radio, Horace Butler, when the rocks cry out, and be prepared to be blown away and be prepared to have everything that you thought you knew to be challenged. You can't make this up. Niggas can't, you can't fucking sneak an underwater city of pyramids right off the coast of Cuba. So that's right off the coast of Florida. Going back to what I was saying on the show that we did about a week ago. I need you niggas to see me. I was in Miami. I was lit. I was on a shroom. And I was talking to you niggas. And I was like, family, talk black to me. Look at the God shining. I had the fucking sun behind me It was a halo. I mean, all kind of shit was taken down. My brother and Bashir, they broke the code. They was doing some shit Matrix level. I can't even talk about it on the internet because Agent Smith is out there. But they tapped in, right? I'm a witness. You might think that I'm biased, but I'm bearing witness, bro. They tapped in. We landed. Hold on. I think we playing, and this is not about, you know I'm a humble brother. You know I keep my poise. You know I sit back. You know I do what I do. I let other people do that, and I do that too. But you know it is what it is. But still, I'm not here to brag. But this article dropped. This is cool. But look, the data we get there, right? 6 days ago, I was in Miami. I got there 6 days ago, right? UFO sightings, mysterious Miami alien. Shout out to my KT aliens. Sparked social media meltdown, right? This came the day we got there, bro. When dudes was doing their rituals on the beach, just tapping out, just tapping in, shifting the paradigm. Out of all the places on the planet, it could have been anywhere. You feel me? I'm just saying, think about that. Out of all of the places on the planet, they got sightings every day. There's always a sighting. There's always something popping up. You did? It's nothing rare, But the data we get there, look at that. The day that the gods pull up, the watchmen are out there, the ancestors are pulling up, the light ships are on fucking deck, bro. They watching you the same way that you watching them. Understand me when I tell you. Your light is shining as well. They're watching you. They're bearing witness to the magic that we do. The same way that we bear witness. We trying to bear witness to something that they know that ain't no fucking orb. Those are ships. That ain't no orb, bro. Those are ships. Those are diamonds. Those are light ships. Right?
So 2020 has hit us with a lot of stuff.
And I was wearing my Alistair Whoopi shirt.
The giant killer hornets that are
I was wearing Alistair Whoopi when I got there.
There's just locusts everywhere, and the pandemic. I mean, what is coming next is the real question. Well, we think we have a viral video, which was released from Miami, which explains a lot. It shows that it might be UFOs. No word on what these lights in the sky actually are yet, but a Senate Intelligence Committee. A Senate Intelligence Committee is calling on the Pentagon to release the UFO reports that they're sitting on.
Alistair
Those
Whoopi.
Damned people. Megan, do they need to release this right now?
Yeah, obviously. I may have seen this video on Twitter at about midnight the night before last. And I may have texted it to Sunny asking if we were being invaded. That may have happened. And she said, I'm ready. And so I feel like if this planet is going to continue on this path, Sunny and I are ready to go to the next planet. I'm fine to start a new colony where there's no coronavirus and no Trump, and we can start over. Because we have screwed things up on this one as much as possible. But
So
it legitimately scared me, I will say,
planet,
because it was all over Twitter, and I was like, what is this? It would be like 2020 to have us being invaded. So, there you go. Sorry, Sunny.
That's
again,
hysterical.
I'm bored at home.
I want to know if they have rooms on their ship for us to go with them.
This is true. Maybe those are the people we saw in the very beginning of the show. Maybe that's who was saying we don't want to wear masks. Maybe that's why it seems strange to us.
Yeah.
You know, Sonny, how would you handle an alien encounter if you had one?
Well, Megan did, in fact, contact me at like midnight with this thing. And I was like, Megan, I am willing to get on the UFO with you.
Yeah.
And leave. I want to leave. I just want to leave because it's the Rona and it's Trump and I'm done. I really felt that way because I believe that there is life beyond us. I've said it on the show. I believe in Area 51. I believe that Trump knows about Area 51. That's probably the only intelligence briefing that he reads, because I think it reads like a science fiction novel. I think it has pictures of aliens. I think he would be very interested in that. And I think he knows about that. I really do. And I think it's real, and I'm willing to get on. That's it.
All right. Well, I'm not leaving the planet to anybody. I'm not leaving the planet to anybody. You know what? Y'all can come and visit, but you're not taking me off this planet. This is mine, and I'm going to fight y'all.
And then, where's my moderators? Somebody said that they saw it from Aventura. You dig? They saw it from Aventura. Right? And then next day, right? Maybe like two days later, you know, we look into, I wake up, go into my thing, and they talking about there's going to be a dust storm. I'm like, a what? They like the Saharan dust storm. It's finna come and blanket Miami while you brothers are out there, you know, in the sun, tapping into the corona, the real corona, the sun, you know, the real corona. And we were like, well, God damn it, that's rude that they would come and have a sandstorm in the middle of, you know, all of this good sunshine that we're receiving and getting our melanin charged up and whatnot. We like, I don't think so. That wasn't part of the plan. So you know what? There is going to be no goddamn sandstorm. And that's what we said. And we willed it. And guess what? There wasn't no damn sandstorm. I didn't see one. The only sand that I saw was on a beach. That's a super fact. And they said it was coming from the Sahara. We was like, well, goddamn it. There's a travel ban on shit coming from the Sahara, so we don't need it right now. And we didn't get it. There was no sand storm anywhere in Miami the whole weekend. And I stayed until Tuesday to make sure that the shit stayed back. Right? They calling it the giant Godzilla. It was a giant Godzilla. But it wasn't that much of a Godzilla because it come on with these websites begging for bread, bro. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all shaking cups or y'all telling stories? These niggas is panhandling information, bro. They panhandling and trying to tell the news at the same time. Choose a fucking struggle. The Godzilla Saharan dust cloud over the U.S. explained, right? Oh, your friend in Orlando saw it? Okay. I didn't say that they was lying about the sandstorm. They did not lie about it. What they did though is they miscalculated where it was going to reach. They miscalculated where the sandstorm was going to affect, right? So they should be more accurate, because you have to keep in mind there's economies that are at stake. So they can't just say, look, there's going to be a sandstorm over the beach and start putting people, because nobody was even thinking about it. Nobody was in fear. Nobody was boarding up in it. No one moved moved an inch. Nobody moved an inch, right? And it never came. So this is something that happens, you know. They said the 2020 cloud recently shrouded cities like Houston, Miami, and New Orleans in a shadowy haze was one of the most intense on record. Satellite instruments showed that the cloud was far denser with dust particles than previous events. I did not see that shit. They're lying. On God. Yeah, we are the Godzilla. If anybody saw the Godzilla movie, you know, in a sense, what they might be talking about. Because in a Godzilla movie, they was talking about that DNA waking up, the monster, what was it called? It was called the monster gene. It was like the Monster X, the Nibiru sandstorm. That's right. Yeah, somebody's in Houston, they ain't see a damn thing. I'm sure everybody in Miami that saw this shit they didn't see a damn thing. And they know they lying. You know, Monster X. Yeah, Monster X. Monster X. That was lit. Right? There was a ripple in the Earth's electromagnetic field today. Stop fucking playing. Stop playing. I gotta go and look that up. Stop giving these parasites credit. They don't control every event that takes place. HARP always the main suspect. Yeah, I don't talk about HARP. You don't hear me running a HARP. I don't know. You might be talking to the chat, but I don't do the HARP thing. I don't fuck with the HARP thing. Right? I said that the ancestors are in control. Garvey said, look for me in the whirlwind. You know what I'm talking about? Look for me in the whirlwind. This is ancestral. The sand, that was ancestral. That was very ancestral. Okay? Did I see the human-sized bat in the Philippines? No. I got to go and check that out. If you have the link, drop that, please. I did not see that. Now, look. This is what we got coming up. I'm going to be doing a show where I'm going to be sending a link for some lucky KT Alien students. I may be doing it exclusively to do it with my Patreons. My Patreons, we're going to be doing a show where it's a round table, and I'm going to have all of, I'm going to have up to 10 of y'all out, on the show with me. We're going to have a round table. We're going to build. Then I'm also doing a show where I'm going to be doing strictly music. Strictly music. So if you are one of my Patreons, sign up to the Patreon. You'll be able to be a part of that network where you're going to be a part of the round table. I'm going to be doing something similar to think tanks. I'm going to be doing something similar to round table discussions. I'm going to be doing something similar to what I've been doing in the community, especially now that Donald Trump signed the executive order to focus on skills. Because when I was doing lectures, I was going into the audience and I was asking the family that showed up, what is your skills? I want to know your skill set. And that's what the FACTS is built off of, the FACTS initiative: food, art, clothing, technology, shelter, right? Firearms, right? Arms, coding, culture, transportation, strategy, shelter, There's so many things. So all of these skill sets, we're going to begin to flesh things out. Okay, so that's coming up very soon. The technology on StreamYard has upgraded. They're allowing us to have multiple people in the quote unquote round table or in the call queue or as our guests. And we're gonna run with that. We're gonna have that. There's also gonna be some very powerful shows as well with a lot of the some of the top teachers, you know, some of the KTL radio alumni. You know, we're going to put together some monumental shows. We're going to combine some people that you've never seen before and heard before or seen together before. And with that is a new experience, it's new teaching, it's new information. You know, when you put together variables like that, you get new downloads. You dig? You get new downloads. And this is the age of experience. So we want you to experience what people who tapped into Know the Ledge Radio experienced 10 years ago. And that's mysticism, that's magic, that's prophecy, that's consciousness on levels that they've never heard or never seen before. We're going to shake the room. We're going to raise the roof. So I want to do a show strictly for music. It's summertime. I want to hear all of the music that's being produced, all of the music that's being done. No freestyles right now. I'm only going to do music. I'm going to be showcasing the artists. I want my platform. I want my network. I want my people. My people got swag. My people listen to hot music. They listen to turn up music. They're looking for some shit to bang. They're trying to make playlists. They're looking for certain artists to promote and certain artists to become fans of. So we're going to create a hub. We did it 10 years ago with More Fire Fridays, and we're bringing that back. So that's coming up very soon. Part 2 of American Godz. It's going to be American Godz 4.4. That's coming up very soon. For the family who bought tickets for American Godz Part 4, look in your email, look in your promotions, put KTL Empowerment and search for it, because we've sent out the email with the link to everybody. If you missed the class last night, we already sent it out. It's about 3.5 hours. Check it out. Okay? Check it out. You know, absorb that information, tap into that information, receive that information. Yeah, we sent out a Zoom link as well. But forget the Zoom link. It's a Zoom link with the actual class. So you can have video on demand. If you want to view American Godz Part 4, go in the description. In the description, there is this instructions to send $25 plus your email right to the Cash App. We just want to make it simple. You know what I mean? We don't want to be all difficult. Just send your email and send $25 to this Cash App right there. That's my name. If you don't see it say Red Pillar after you put Phil Moreland, that's my government, Phil Moreland, right? And then it should say Red Pillar. And I got a color, it's like a beige shirt on. That's me. Yeah, that's us. You know, because people out there, they find a way to scam through the Cash App. They're making clone and dummy accounts. So somebody might write Philip Moreland, and then they'll clone it. Or they'll write Phil Moreland with an OOR, shit like that. So you got to be careful and know that that's me. But send them and send it email in the description thing, and I will send you the email of the lecture. It's easy like that. You don't got to wait for no motherfucking package. You get an email, you press play, and you're in like Flint. Right? Yeah, fast track the knowledge. This shit has to move at a lightning speed. It's not even lightning yet. It has to move at a 5G speed. Okay? So I need everybody to follow me to Black Magic 363. Brother Blue Pill is going to be presenting his lecture for tonight. Black Magic 363, Brother Rich's channel. I'm hoping that everybody knows what channel that is, but if you don't, I'm not holding you accountable. Black Magic 363, spelled out the same way it sounds. M-A-G-I-K. K is in killer, right? I got this in the mail, right? Technology. About to step it up. Shout out to all of my, and remember, like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of skill-based shows. So I'm not going to be on YouTube my whole life. You know what I mean? Because YouTube be tripping. So here's my email. Send me your contacts if you have questions, comments, or concern. There's people that hit me up about investments. There's people that hit me up about business. There's people that hit me up about advertising. There's people that hit me about, just hit me right there on my email or on a DM on my Instagram. Okay, that's the best way. And for the family with the skill sets, sign up to facts2020.org. If you need some herbs, that's my Mama Pills website, and that's Mama Pills website. All right, you can get your herbs from Mama Pill. For all of my Patreons, if you want to support what we're doing, patronage and be a patron, and there you go right there. Be a part of the special group. All right, Goldie Water, that's Blue Pill. Get your gold water so you could turn gold in the summer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so you can get that glow. Subscribe to Netflix. All right, that's the streaming platform. It's going to have more. Look out for more original content coming out. We're going to be putting out more of our library of the lectures that we've been doing straight through Netflix, music videos through Netflix. We even have a webisode series in production through Netflix. We will get a cartoon run through Netflix, and you're going to get a cachet of a collection of classical lectures, classics. So Blue Pill at 11 on Brother Rich's channel. Check it out, y'all. Love and light to the family. All right. What does the Atom Mini do? This is a powerful live production switcher designed for exciting YouTube live streaming and business presentations. So this will connect to 3 or 4 cameras, and you could use, it's a switch. It's a switch, like a digital switchboard on top of a production center. So it could look like a TV production. You know, I'm talking about TV production. And like I said, a lot of that comes from the support that I get from the family who sends me the cash apps after y'all receive these plates of food. They've been very generous to me. I'm very grateful. I'm appreciative of all of my supporters, everybody that believes, not just believes, but shows with your actions, because the support is in the dollar. That's how you vote. You vote with your dollar. You dig what I'm saying? You vote with your dollar. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to hug everybody because I'm not going to be able to meet you. You know what I'm talking about? Because I be on the road moving. So we vote with our dollars and we show our appreciation, like the same way that, you know, August, my young boy August left the tip at the red table after Jada gave him some food. You know, we leave tips at the table after we eat our food. You know what I mean? After we eat our plate of food. So this is food for, you know what I'm talking about? We here to do what we do, and that's wake the family up. You know what I'm talking about? That's wake the family up and unplug you from the matrix and prepare you for this journey in life to godhood and to immortality. With that being said, I will tap back into y'all on Melanin Monday. I will see you then. Love and light to the family. Peace. You hear them coins, right? Sonic.